I know this may sound kind of weird to you, but have you ever asked why do you even eat breakfast? Not every morning you wake up with a growling stomach and you're extremely hungry, so you need breakfast, but still you do yourself the breakfast, right? Always the cereals, eggs, bacon, muesli, sweet yogurts, or orange juice. But have you ever asked why? Why do we eat breakfast and why the breakfast is contained of those specific ingredients? Is it because the breakfast is the most important meal of the day? You know, because it's just culture norm and we like those type of foods to have breakfast. But what if I were to tell you that breakfast is actually one big marketing scam that you fell for? Like 4 months back, I couldn't imagine the morning without my, sweet breakfast. But since I got to the real truth that stands behind breakfast, I got so fucking disgusted and I created my new own morning protocol that in fact got me more leaner. I lost 10 kilograms, I got more muscles, I'm more productive, I'm smarter, I feel better, my health overall is just better, and all of these benefits just because I learned the truth about breakfast. I understand this concept and this marketing propaganda as the most important meal of the day, and now I live a beautiful life. So today I will uncover one of the biggest food frauds that has been pushed to you since you were a fucking child. Back then, our ancestors didn't have this option. They just ate when something was hunted for them, right? So this breakfast was created in the Industrial Revolution. This idea of breakfast was to fool yourself before the workday to be more productive. At that time, people are living on the farms, and it was just more organic life, so eggs was always available for them. Therefore, you have this classical breakfast of eggs and bacon because meat wasn't always around there, so the bacon was the beautiful alternative. But as the time passed and people started to move from farms to cities where they sit all day in their jobs, digestion problem called dyspepsia was created, and this dyspepsia shit was doing to you overfullness, bloating, and you feel just pain in your stomach. And so it was so fucking big and researched that most of the nutrition doctors were blaming the dyspepsia for eating too much for breakfast. And so naturally, when half of the population was affected by the dyspepsia, the heavy breakfasts were out and the light were in. And this certain step created a beautiful opportunity for a fucking pervert named John Harvey Kellogg. This motherfucker was involved in a church which believes that all the sins the person does is because of the overstimulation, and also he believed sex and masturbation was sinful. So his idea of creating a new food for the light breakfast was to annihilate people's sex drive so they won't have sex and masturbation that often. So this motherfucker used the opportunity of dyspepsia, where people were in crisis of stomach pain. He developed something that would annihilate your sex drive because he believed in some idea and also make profit on it. And guess what that was?
Kids, before we go, I want to ask you something. How much energy do you suppose you use in a single day? Well, believe me, it's plenty. So you better get busy and replace that energy the super energy way with Kellogg's Pep Wheat Flakes. Because Kellogg's Pep has what it takes. All the natural energy found in whole wheat. The reserve power you need for hard work and hard play.
Yes, the most famous food for breakfast was designed to fuck up your sex drive. Isn't it nice? And moreover, corn and skim milk, which is used when you're creating the cornflakes, is used to fatten pigs. So not only you consume something that annihilates your sex drive, but something that is used to fatten pigs. People at that time were blind because they were sick of the dyspepsia, so they wanted this new light alternative and just be healthy, right? So Kellogg advertised the cornflakes as the cure for dyspepsia, key for having a slim body and losing weight, and a health and brain improving food that enriches your blood. Nice. And if that wasn't enough, this guy stands behind the agenda that the breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It was not scientifically proven. There was no studies that was showing the benefits of eating breakfast, but still he advertised his super light alternative cornflakes as the most important meal of the day and something that will make you healthy, enriches your blood, and cure dyspepsia. And since the bacon and eggs were out, the CEO of Beechnut were pissed off, the biggest producer of bacon in America, because bacon wasn't selling, he needed money. And so he hired a guy, Edward Bernays. He believed that you can't change the society just by saying. So he went to the authority figure, to the doctor, and asked, what is better, a heavy breakfast or a light breakfast? And he answered the heavy one. But there was no words about eggs and bacon specifically, just heavy or light. He handled the money for asking another 5,000 doctors the same question. And from those 5,000, 4,500 answered the heavy one. And so this was a gold mine, the golden marketing tactic for him, the scientific study as he advertised it, even though it wasn't. And he pumped the news with it, you know, heavy breakfast is better. You have to gain the energy in the morning to be productive and healthy, right? And so the bacons were selling again. So there was the historic side of the breakfast and how the cereals were created, why we eat eggs and bacon for breakfast. But now I want to deep dive in the health benefits and what I do in the morning instead of eating breakfast that gets me energy, being more productive, losing weight, etc. Because although I could have skipped the history side, I just wanted to make sure that you know that everything in this world is corrupted and against you, and I'm here for you to improve your life. And so let's fucking improve your life, bro, because only knowing that Sirius was created to annihilate your sex drive won't make any change, perhaps, in your life. So let's dive deep in that. So first I want to talk about cereals. It's tasty, it looks nice, you just put milk and eat it, you don't have to cook, right? Also you have these mascots on the boxes, the cool animated characters. First, it's full of fucking sugars. It's not even a food. It's the worst way you can start your day, literally, bro, because it skyrockets your insulin. And if you have this quick rise of blood sugar, it will really fast go down again. And if you will have your blood sugar again down, you will have the cravings for some sweet foods before even the lunchtime. So this is the first reason. And the second thing is that the mascots on the box is only here to manipulate kids for buying that. When they see the mascot looking directly on them, you know, because the mascots are looking down specifically, they now see that the mascot is looking on them and they beg on their knees to their parents to buy that cereals. It's only there for psychology and more money. And moreover, your milk in cereals is estrogenic as fuck. So not only you pump your body with all the sugar that is from the cereals, but now you're also putting the milk that is estrogenic, and the estrogen, female hormone, is what will make you lose testosterone, so feminize yourself. And also, when you have estrogen in your body, it says to your body, hey, store fat. And when a female is pregnant, they have to store the fat, so this is the reason. So now you are making yourself fat, you are making yourself less masculine, just because you're this soy boy that can't say no to cereals with a fucking mascot that is only here for the psychology and a more fucking profit. And if you're the guy that quit cereals and started eating muesli and think it's healthier, you're fucking wrong, right? Maybe it's healthier, okay? I will leave this statement as a true, but still muesli is not healthy. It's still pumped with loads of sugar that will spike your insulin, that will make you crave for another sweet, that will make you more fat. And so yeah, it's a good alternative, but still you can do fucking better than that, because you know now that this is all a fucking propaganda of a propaganda. Another thing, in 1930 in California, there were so many orange trees and they had two options. They could either cut it off or make America again to buy more oranges. And so they chose the second option, right, to make more profit. So what they did is that for every bag of oranges sold, you are given this orange squeezer for only 10 cents. People were loving it, you know, oh, this multivitamin new orange juice, it's so healthy, right, and awesome. So again, if you thought that orange juice is healthy, it's not. It's another marketing scam. And why it's not healthy, it's, you know, from fruits, how that could be not healthy. Well, forgive me, my phone died, but if you consume the solid fruit like oranges, you not only consume the sugar from that, but also the fiber. But now when you take that solid fruit and you squeeze it in that orange squeezer and you get only the juice from that, you are getting only the sugar and you're cutting off completely the fiber, right? And the fiber in the foods are here for neglecting all the negative effects of sugar, and it improves your digestion. So when you squeeze that orange, you're squeezing sugar from that. Therefore, drinking orange juice is as same as drinking Coke. Yes. Because Coke is full of sugar and orange juice too. Maybe it's from the fruit and it's better than Coca-Cola, but still you are drinking only sugar. And as I'm talking about the fruit, if you eat the sweet yogurts, you know, the blueberry, strawberry, healthy yogurt with your muesli, it's not healthy too. You know, in this yogurt, those sweetened yogurts, I used to love Monte as a kid, but now when I know the truth, I wouldn't give a fuck about it, bro. In those sweetened yogurts are like 20 grams of sugar. And as a man, in a day you should eat about 36 or 40 grams of sugar. Ideally, you know, you should eat less, but this is the normal form. But now you wake up, you consume 20 grams of sugar, even when you're not hungry, and those 20 grams of sugar, the 50% of your daily consumption, skyrocket your insulin, making you crave for more in about 90 minutes after you ate your breakfast. Because if you have high insulin and high blood sugar, then your blood sugar will also drop tremendously down, and this ups and downs will make you crave for more sugar. The alternative for it is the protein products, the protein puddings and yogurts and bars and protein powders. Yes, it's maybe more nutritious, but there are so many chemicals in that in order to create this protein, you would be dumb to eat it, right? I quit all the protein products and you should fucking too. So this was all about what you shouldn't do, but what you should do, what you should have for breakfast, and should you even have breakfast? So first you have to understand what breakfast actually is. Well, breakfast is contained of break and fast. So if you eat that breakfast, you break a fast in your body. When you're not eating, you're in the state where it's called fasted state, where you consume no food and your body can repair. So when you're sleeping, therefore you're not eating, your body can repair itself. The bloody cells, you're getting healthier. New neurons, so you're getting smarter. And also your muscles connect and repair, so you're getting stronger. Those three benefits are when you're in the fasted state and when you're asleep. But now when you wake up and you have a breakfast, you break this fast of repairing and all the benefits that you have from it, you will spike your insulin up, therefore your blood sugar, especially when you're breaking your fast with the high sugar foods like I was talking about. And if you will spike your blood sugar, fat burning process stop. I didn't mention it, but you also burn fat in sleep. And if you spike your insulin, this process of fat burning just can't run. Okay, I won't explain why, but it's just how it is. So the decision you're making in the morning is not if you eat or not, but now it's whether you will be more in the fasted state and have all the benefits like fat burning, muscle building, getting smarter and getting healthier, or you will be this weak guy that just can't say no to his cereals. So what you should do, should you eat breakfast or not? And if so, what the breakfast should be contained of? Well, the first question you should ask yourself is, why would you even force yourself to eat whether you're not hungry? You know, sometimes you wake up and you're not hungry. You go downstairs and it's your routine or habit of having a breakfast, right? So first you have to understand and break this habit that why should you even eat when you're not hungry? And moreover, why should you put the energy from food where you literally were sleeping minutes ago? Right? You don't need more energy because you have slept now. So why you should break all the benefits and put more energy that will in 19 minutes do the energy drop in the noon because your insulin will be up and down because you're always consuming something, then you will be thinking about that differently, right? The one rule that applies to anyone, whether you're hungry or not in the morning, is that you should not eat at least 1 hour after waking up to longer that fasted state and to have more benefits. But if you are more extreme guy like I am, then there's a second option where you can even more longer your fasted state, therefore you will have more benefit, like I was talking about, the fat burning, getting leaner, anti-inflammatory, you know, getting smarter, getting stronger, etc. By neglecting the food and pushing your first meal to later in the day. So for example, my first meal in the day is at 11 a.m. and it's only eggs, nuts, seeds, Greek yogurt, sometimes meat, and that's about it. Only proteins and fats, no carbohydrates, no sugar, no protein bars. Because if you will consume only protein and fat, your blood sugar will be stable, therefore you will have no spike in insulin and no energy drop in the afternoon. I get you, right? It can sound scary, no breakfast, I will be fucking hungry, I will die. Well, you won't die, okay? And if you will try that 1 or 2 or 3 mornings without breakfast, you will realize you won't die because you didn't have any breakfast. And the list is so long. I got rid of back pain because I was more in the fasted state. I am more smarter, more productive, more stronger, more leaner, have less fat, etc, etc, etc. There are so many benefits. So it's up to you whether you will choose to start your morning the worst way, eating the cereals, and put the milk estrogenic in your fucking cereals and be the sweet boy that can say no to cereals, or you can be the man that understands the benefits of not eating breakfast and that it can literally shape your life just because you're not eating breakfast. So many celebrities and successful people have their first meal in noon, or they sometimes eat at 5 p.m. their first meal because they understand the benefits. So maybe you will be in the first day more hungry. Sometimes I'm even hungry in the morning, but I know that if I will drink some water with Himalayan salt and some squeeze of lemon, I will be fine. I will wait 1 or 2 or 3 more hours and then I will have my first meal of the day. And you should be fucking too. It's up to you. I don't care what you will choose, but I chose the life full of benefits because bro, you have like 20 benefits over 1,000 negative things that are happening to your health, life, and productivity. Fuck. I'm recording this for the second time. It's not as good as the fucking last one, but I hope that I persuade you to not eat breakfast. I'm George Lyon. This is our Lion Pack. Fucking join that. Go down, click on the subscribe button. Don't be like all these zebras that are your friends eating the cereal, soy boy, fucking I can't say no to my cereal, and click on that subscribe button because with that you will join our Lion Pack in the jungle. And here you can see I told you that breakfast is a fucking scam. I'm not scam, the breakfast is, and all the fucking things in the world are. So if you want to get ahead of the people that doesn't know about these scams and all these benefits and tactics that will help you create rich life, happy and meaningful life, I welcome you, man. Bye, bro.